I said I asked your wife a question. Do you care to answer, Augusta?
I'm afraid I forgot the question.
Oh, wasn't that long ago?
Well, maybe you could have the court recorder read it back to me.
I'll repeat it. What were the papers that you had with you the night you came to my hospital room? The night that I was so out of it I could have signed anything?
Those papers. Oh, those were nothing to do with you. That was my hospital release paper.
My, we're fast on our feet, aren't we?
As Brick, I don't know what's going on here, but I think I should tell you that I have just called our attorneys.
So you are going to prosecute?
But with all the evidence that we have, I don't see that I have any choice. You painted yourself into a corner.
So go ahead, prosecute me. But you better come after me with everything that you've got. You see, because I haven't done anything, and I'm not afraid. But someone has, and they'll regret it.
What's going on in here? What's all this talk of prosecution?
Mother, Brick has been embezzling money from us. And apparently it's been going on for some time, and I'm going to press formal charges against him.
Press charges? Never. Not while I'm alive, you don't.
Well, if you're coming downstairs to have a drink, you'll be glad to know that I finally managed to restock the bar after your last celebration.
Oh, push it, Gina. What happened that night was an accident.
Well, of course it was an accident. Getting drunk and making a fool of yourself at a family gathering was an accident that could happen to anybody. And not to mention threatening a family member. But you forgot that part, didn't you?
You are not a family member. You never were, and you never will be.
Hello.
Hi. I'm sorry, I just thought it was someone else.
Well, I'm sorry, it's me too. Who were you expecting?
Oh, I thought it would be Cruz.
Oh, well, not likely, not even in a previous life. May I come in anyway?
Of course.
Well, thank you. I've got your schedule for tomorrow right here. I've got a helicopter booked at 8 a.m. tomorrow, so you're going to have to get to bed early, my darling. Also, we're going to take the Triad people on a tour of the offshore drilling facilities.
How long will that take?
Well, you better put aside the major part of the day, I think. I figure we might even have a late lunch on one of the Channel Islands tomorrow, give you a chance to unleash some of that social charm on them.
Well, I was supposed to have lunch with Cruz.
Eden, I'll tell you what, don't make me change these plans.
Well, all right, I'll change the meeting. He's not going to like it, but I will.
Anyway, as soon as we get back, I think we better put together that conference call between you and Washington, all right? Get that out of the way. In fact, I was thinking maybe we even have a little bit of dinner together tonight, go over some of the details on that.
I have plans.
Cruise?
Yes, Cruz.
Eden, I'll tell you what. You know, I am not anti-Cupid or anything like that. I am an extremely romantic man. But now this Washington deal, now this was a pet project of your father's. And I'm sure that you want to do that thing right, correct? But we have got to have some time to talk strategy here. I mean, are you going to tell me that Cruz is not going to give up one dinner or one lunch and continue to cause these problems?
He's not causing me problems.
Okay, look, I'll tell you what. I promise I'll have you back by 10 p.m. tomorrow night, okay? Plenty of time to give him a call and say goodnight.
All right. Let me go up and change, and I'll try to call him.
Hey, dress warm.
Would you like something to drink while you're waiting?
Sure.
What would you like?
That'd be great. Well, club soda if you have it.
See, everyone seems to be cutting down on their drinking lately, with a few notable exceptions. It seems that you really have taken over Capital Enterprises in a very short time. And Eden seems to be quite dependent on you now. I think that's very good. I like a man who's a fast mover. Why are you looking at me like that?
Eden's told me everything about you, Gina.
Well, I can imagine what she's told you. But you could still have a drink. I don't hold grudges. Would you get that, please?
Sure. Hello, Capitol residence. Who? No, I'm sorry. Miss Capitol is not available at this. What do you mean? A statement about what? Castillo? A hostage situation? Are you serious? No, we hadn't heard anything at all about this. Well, I'm sorry, but Miss Capitol cannot make a statement at this present time.
Has something happened to Cruz?
Yes. Sounds as though he's in serious trouble.
Hold your fire!
put down the gun. Hey, everything was fine. We had this settled.
You lied to me.
No, I didn't, man.
You lied.
Don't forget what we talked about.
But you lied. You said it was just gonna be me and you, Cruz. You said it!
Listen, if you don't put that gun down, we're both finished, man. Unless you gentlemen want to lower your weapons.
Can't do it, Cruz.
Well, looks like we got a bit of a problem here, don't we?
What's this?
Oh, this is an EEG monitor. It's to check your father's brain activity. Dr. Reston ordered it. Would you like to spend a moment alone with him?
Please.
Eden, do you really think you ought to be in here?
I love him very much. I can't turn my back away on him.
Well, I don't expect that of you. But for your own sake, you've got to stop torturing yourself about this. Now, look, there are legal ways of dealing with this. I'm helping you on that. Eden, are you listening to me?
I'm sorry. I was just thinking that it's really odd
What's that?
that my father and I are both attached to these machines and we both want to be free of them.
Eden, what are you still doing here? I thought you'd be on your way to see Cruz by now.
Cruz, what are you talking about?
Oh, didn't Kirk tell you? Cruz is in a lot of trouble.
What's going on?
No, I'm sorry. I was just about to tell you. I just wanted to find some way of breaking it to you a little more gently than that. But you've just been so preoccupied thinking about your father.
Tell me.
Well, I don't know any of the details, really. I just got a call from, I don't know, some reporter wanted a statement from you. Apparently, Cruz is being held hostage by a gang member down at the clinic.
My God, you should have told me the minute you walked in here. Did he get hurt?
I don't believe so. Eden, I don't want you going to pieces on me right now, all right?
Damn it, Kirk. You don't understand anything. He's in trouble.
Strange you hadn't told her.
Tell him to stay back.
Stay where you are, man. Back up a little bit.
Okay.
Space to breathe.
All right. How much longer are we all supposed to stay?
As long as it takes, man. Now listen. I want Miss Duval here to get out of the line of fire. Everybody understand that? She's gonna move across the room to the door so she'll be safe. Is that okay with you, Mano?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, good. Very calm. Just come over here, everybody. This is gonna be fine. No problem now. Give her some room. Everything's okay. Everything's okay. That's right. Now I want you all to know, Mr. Rivera here never meant to hurt Miss Duval. She was just in the way. His beef is with me. Except that, Mano, you and me have a lot more in common than you realize.
Yeah. What? We're both brown?
For one thing, yeah. For one thing, and I'm very proud of that.
Yeah.
Hey, you both grew up in the same kind of families. Your mama and my mama know each other, no? Both had the same kind of... Can I lower my hands for a second?
Lower them?
No. We had the same kind of lives, man. We had the same kind of chances, okay? One more time. Your big brother, Geraldo, threw away his chance. And I know you never got over it. The word is on the street already about what's going on in this room right now. And your little brother, Diego, he's going to hear that word.
Yeah? So what if he does?
So what do you think he's going to be thinking? He's going to be thinking that you are going to die. Just like Geraldo did.
Geraldo died like a man.
Oh, no, I was there. Believe me, there was no glory in it.
I am telling you, he died like a hero.
To you,
I know that.
Hero. Of course, claro que sí. To you, he was a hero. That's why you can't handle this, man, because heroes aren't supposed to die. You remember the parties
Remember the parties when somebody on the block would do something good? Remember all the neighborhood would get together, big block parties, somebody got a good job or got out of school or something, or even when somebody became a cop. Remember the parties, remember that?
You mean like you did?
Yeah, like I did. You see, that's what's for heroes, man. And that can happen for you.
How come you're not a cop anymore? Huh?
Probably because I'm too much like you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It's the truth. I don't like to take orders any more than you do. And like, I got this temper like you do, and I go crazy, and I quit my job, man, and now I'm paying for it. No, no, listen to me. You don't have to pay. You don't have to pay. Your life is on the line here. You know that, don't you?
I know that.
Sure you do. You're smart, okay?
I know that.
You know that. You still have a chance to do the right thing. You don't have to die, and I know you don't want to. All you have to do is give me the gun. Yeah, that's all you have to do. Just give me the gun. We're together on this. I know you understand. We're together on this, and you and me can walk out of here together. Okay, so I'm gonna take it now, okay? Oh, for God's sake. Give me the gun, man. Yeah. Oh, God. Okay, that's good. You did the right thing. It's over. Get up.
You guys are gonna beat me up real bad now, aren't you?
No, they're not. I give you
Yeah,
my
they
word.
are.
No.
Yeah, look at
Cool.
him. Yeah, you're not a cop.
I'm gonna go with you every step of the way. I promise you.
Okay, now, nice and easy.
Hey, no cuffs. No cuffs.
What are you, nuts?
I said no cuffs.
Listen, we're taking him in, and we're not taking him in without cuffs.
Listen to me. I give the man my word, and I'm not gonna go back on that.
Oh, who do you think you are? You can't give your word about nothing. You're not even on a force.
You could call it a citizen's arrest then, man. You want the color so bad, you can have it. I'm taking the man with me. He's going downtown in my car.
No way you will.
The only way you're gonna stop me is by putting the cuffs on me. Now, I don't think you want to do something that heavy, do you?
Cruz. What are you trying to do here? What are you doing making promises to a punk like this? You're gonna screw up your whole life, your whole career.
What career is that,
Your
man?
past history, which was pretty good, and any chance you have of doing anything else in your life. Don't you know you could be hauled into court for interfering this way?
Hey, you want to bring charges against me? That's fine, but save your breath now, man, because we're gone. Let's go. Come on.
All right, what do you want to do?
We're gonna do what we're doing. You guys are doing nothing.
You okay? He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, he didn't. How's Mason Capwell?
He's at the hospital.
How bad is it?
Sorry, lady. We don't know.
We gotta find out. I got him into this.
Then we checked that Swiss bank account and found that Brick had indeed opened it, and that's where the money is sitting right now.
I can't believe this is true. Did you do it? Did you steal from me?
Never. Not a cent.
But all this evidence.
It only looks like my signature opening that Swiss bank account. I can't explain it yet.
Brick, you have betrayed us. You've betrayed my mother, all of us.
I've never betrayed anybody my whole life. Or stolen anything either.
Can you offer us any proof?
Not yet, but I will.
There is no question that he did it, Mother. It's just a... Look, we're just lucky to find out he did it before he made an escape to New Zealand or something.
I was never planning an escape. It was never part of my plan.
Oh, I suppose you wanted a secret bank account in Switzerland in case you happened to be passing through and temporarily ran out of cash.
I don't care how it looks. You all understand that? I wasn't planning to make a break for it or run away or do anything. I didn't take the money.
Brick, you know something? We really don't need a signed confession from you. We have all the evidence we need. But what really surprises me, wait a minute, is the way you treated my mother. I mean, I have never seen Minx extend herself so much to anybody. She took such a liking to you. And Augusta and I argued against her hiring you. But she went right ahead and did it. And this is the way you repay her. By stealing from her, from all of us. And you know the funniest thing of all? How could you have made such a stupid plan? Can you really imagine that anybody would go for it and that you wouldn't be caught?
Well, that's what I can't understand.
I tried to warn you, Minx. Don't say I didn't. But you wouldn't listen to me.
No, and I won't listen to you now. I want you and Lionel to leave us alone.
Alone? Why?
Because this is between Brick and me. It is no concern of yours.
No, she insists.
Mother, wait just a minute. The man is a con artist. He has been making a fool of you all along.
Please go on. Go out. Out!
Okay, come on.
Well,
Well, what?
have you been taking me for a fool?
You know I'm not guilty, so why waste our time talking about it? Someone's tried to frame me, and I'll take care of it, believe me. But there's something going on here that bothers me a lot more than this trumped-up charge against me.
I don't understand.
Lionel and Augusta here have been jealous of me since the first day I set my first foot in the door. And I don't blame them either. But the thing is, it never bothered you a bit. It amused you. That's right. And when you asked me to be your investment counselor, I told you the kind of trouble this would cause. Now I've got to deal with this. But I don't mind. I accepted the job. I'll take the responsibility. But if you think you've got me sidetracked now, you haven't.
Sidetracked?
I told you there was something else that concerned me a lot more than this.
There shouldn't be. Embezzlement is a very serious
Minx, stop trying to sidestep the issue. Now, I want to know if you know who my real father is. I think you do.
Said Mason's been sent home. Where is he?
He's upstairs in his room.
They said he was going to be all right. He is, isn't
No,
he?
he's not all right. Mary, you almost got him killed today.
Me?
Yes, you had no right involving him in that clinic of yours. It's a very dangerous place. You should have kept him away from there. Now, if you want to involve yourself in that kind of risk, all right. But you should be more considerate where Mason is concerned.
Gina, I'm sorry. I didn't try to involve him. He insisted on helping us.
Well, of course he did. That's the way he is. But you shouldn't have let him. You should have saved him from himself. It's only by luck that he's all right. I mean, he could have been dead or lying somewhere in the street.
I'm sorry. I can try and talk him out of ever coming back, I guess.
No, that's not good enough.
Well, what is it you want?
I'm gonna close the clinic permanently.
Close it?
Well, that's right, and Mason agrees with me.
I can't believe that he said that.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Well, I'm not going to do it. Gina, that clinic is important to people, not just me. The whole neighborhood, they depend on it.
Well, Mary, they can go to another clinic in a better neighborhood. Now, if you want to be a saint and a martyr, you can do it somewhere else.
I'm not trying to do that. I am trying to help people who don't have anywhere else to go. You're not going to shut down that clinic.
Well, it doesn't matter what you think. We don't need your concern. And Mason could find some kind of legal reason to shut it down.
Oh, really? Well, I'd like to see him try.
Mary, a minute ago you were filled with concern for him. Now you want to fight him just for that silly old clinic?
I am concerned about Mason, but no one's going to hurt my clinic, and he's going to find that out right now.
Want to see me, Captain? Yeah. Well, you gentlemen can relax now because Mr. Olvera has been properly booked.
Take a seat.
This is Friday, October the 18th. Interrogation of former Inspector Cruz Castillo will begin. Present are Sergeants McCavely and Schultz. I am Captain Dreyer.
Okay, interrogation. That's cool. I see what you're doing.
Sergeant McCavely, will you please give the report for the record now?
Yes, sir. While trying to apprehend the suspect, Castillo interfered with our authority, thereby endangering the life of a woman who was on the premises at the time, as well as a police officer involved. He refused to get out of the line of fire and prevented us from using handcuffs or any other restraint on the suspect. He disobeyed a direct order from a law officer.
You gonna bring me up on civil charges, is that it? I'm gonna tell you something, man. I did what had to be done, what was best to do.
You picked the wrong way to do it, Castillo.
Hey, my methods are in the books. Forgive me. They worked. I got that guy to leave voluntarily. If these guys had tried to put them handcuffs on him, he'd have been all over the place.
It could easily have gone the other way. You endangered the lives of several others, including your own. You purposely disobeyed the orders of a law enforcement officer. We can come down on you like a ton of bricks.
Hey, I didn't endanger anybody. If these guys would have had their way, we'd have had a shootout down there. A regular OK corral. The suspect came with me because I promised him that he could walk out of that room with his head up.
Depends on how you look at it. Which side you're playing. The police or the criminals?
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine, darling. I'm fine.
I was scared when I heard. I didn't know what happened.
I'm sure it sounded worse than it actually was. Listen, I can't talk right now. I'm with the captain, and we'll be done in a second.
All right, I'll be on the hall. Excuse me, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I've gotten numerous phone calls from various members of the community and some from the police department itself. For a while there, I thought maybe you had hired a press agent.
And I didn't ask anybody to make any calls.
There seems to be a groundswell of support for you and the way you handled the situation. I'm not impressed by public opinion or your public image. Personally, I'd like to bury you, and I'm ready to do it right now.
I don't know what you mean. Your father is... Your father?
Listen to me, why don't we just cut through some of this, all right, Minx? I know it was you who made the call to Glenn Wallace in Bakersfield, the man I thought was my father.
I made no such call.
Why do you do this to me? Why do you keep lying? I've got the proof right here. This is my dad's phone number I found on your desk.
What right were you doing in my desk?
I don't think you want to get into a discussion with me about what's right and wrong. You can't afford to. Anyway, the reason that you made the call is because you didn't want me to find out that Glenn Wallace isn't my father. But I found out, Minx. You see, I've got medical proof that he isn't. Now, it seems to me that you're the only person that knows what's been going on all these years.
I don't know anything about...
Stop it, Minx! Not only do I know that Glenn Wallace isn't my father, I've got a very good idea who is.
But you couldn't possibly know that, not possibly.
So I'm right, you do know, huh? And now I've got a second guess. Only this time you're going to tell me the truth without a lot of razzle-dazzle. Well, I think my real dad is the man you were married to. Mr. T. McDonald Lockridge himself. He was, wasn't he? Minx?
Don't try to intimidate me.
Then answer me.
I want to go to my room.
You're not going anywhere until this thing is settled.
No. My husband was not your father.
I don't believe you. Just saying it won't convince me.
I can prove it.
How?
Well, he was in Samoa for the entire year before you were born.
Samoa?
You want to see documents?
That's right, I do, because I don't trust you. It's the only explanation that makes sense. And as for this story about how I saved your life in that circus fire, that isn't the reason either. Yeah, I saved some lives back then, but not you. And you know what, Minx? I really wanted to believe it. So you must have just read the story somewhere and made up another one about how I saved your life. Stop doing that.
No, listen. I want you to have this.
When will you quit trying to pay me off and just tell me what I want to know?
You're going to be married. Whether you stole from me or not, I want you to have this.
You can't bribe me either.
We'll call it severance pay then.
Let's call it what it is. A payoff to get me to stop checking into my own past. And I won't.
Wait.
I don't care about the amount. You can't pay me off.
All right. Then please calm down and trust me.
Trust you? After the way you've lied to me and manipulated me? And you're still doing it. That's what really gets to me. And you've got this compulsion to keep secrets. Minx, I don't care if you keep your own secrets. Just don't keep mine. I have a right to know about myself. Don't cry. I didn't mean to yell at you. Just tell me.
He can't.
You really are keeping secrets, aren't you?
Yes. And I'll take them to my grave with me. I have no other choice.
What do you think's going on in there?
I don't know. I know very little about police procedures, I'm happy to say.
Cruz isn't even in the department anymore. I don't know why they would be questioning him.
Any word on Mason?
I called the hospital. He's fine. He went home.
Well, that should make you happy, huh? Obviously it isn't. Eden, please, would you just sit down for a moment?
I can't. I want to see him.
Well, it can't be that much longer.
You know,
Excuse me.
I just can't. I can't believe this. You know, it's like before he quit the force. You know, I used to wonder, what if? You know.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I mean, the thought of Cruz and my life without him is just unthinkable.
Yeah. Well, you've got what you want now, don't you? I mean, he's not a cop anymore. That should please you.
Yeah, well, maybe. But I mean, look at him. He's still a cop. He acts like a cop. He doesn't even have his badge.
Well, I mean, Eden, so what's new? I mean, from what I understand, this guy used to fight fires on oil rigs. Before that, he was an agent for the INID. I mean, look, you got yourself hooked up with a man who likes to live his life in harm's way. I mean, he's constantly dealing with explosive situations, fires. Now what? Dumb kids with loaded guns? I mean, do you really think that marriage is going to make anything better? I hope that's not what you're considering.
Can I change the Rock of Gibraltar?
Well, good. At least you're being a little realistic now.
Well, he's stubborn, granted, but that's what makes our relationship what it is. I mean, I'm just as stubborn as he is.
You don't have to tell me about that. The man that gets hold of you is going to have his hands full.
The man who gets hold of me is in there.
Well, you're not exactly signed, sealed, and delivered yet, are you?
No, but it won't be for long. At least it won't be, and if he gets out of whatever scrape he's in at this moment.
All right, if you're serious about this, let's cut the talk and get down to it. You're gonna file some charges against me, start naming one.
Okay. How about interfering with an officer in the performance of his duty? You risked our lives.
You almost cost me mine, man. I had that guy in the palm of my hand when you stormed the place.
Oh, come on, Cruz, you're not in the force anymore. What you did out there was take the law in your own hands.
Do you want the public doing that? Telling the police to back off while they take charge?
What, you comparing me to the rest of the public now? I may not have a badge anymore, man, but that ain't fair. The bottom line is nobody got hurt. Am I right?
No, it isn't the bottom.
Yes, it is. Did anybody get hurt?
As a matter of fact, someone did. Mason Capwell.
Yeah. All right, I stand corrected, and I'm sorry. It could have been worse.
You don't know that, and you didn't know it then.
You know, to you guys, this is just another greaseball Mexican punk making a beef. No big deal to you. I've known that boy all my life. I did what I had to do to get him out alive. Any cop worth his badge would have done the same thing.
Commissioner.
Gentlemen. Okay. I give up. Take me away. I ain't gonna fight City Hall.
I wonder.
What?
I wonder if those kids are part of the gang.
Well, they're obviously not breakdancers, Eden.
They look dangerous.
Yeah, they do. I'm sure they are.
How do children get that way? You know, they get so angry and hard and bitter.
Well, all I know is for a while there, I was heading that direction, but for the grace of God and Jack Lee.
It's kind of depressing, isn't it?
Well, you know, I think you better get accustomed to seeing people like that.
Me? Why?
Well, you know, those kind of people are going to be as much a part of Cruz's life as you will be after you're married.
Are you trying to discourage me, Kirk Cranston?
No. I just think that you better understand what you're getting into before you decide to get into it.
What I am getting into is a marriage that's going to last a lifetime.
Well, I hope so, Eden. I hope Cruz lasts a lifetime for you.
Cruz, you're always so impatient. Why don't you just listen for a minute?
If somebody will tell me what's going to happen as if I didn't know.
And why don't you stop waiting to find out what's going to happen in advance all the time? I came to tell you that 2 other gang members have been picked up.
Were that us people?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Actually, they turned themselves in.
Well, that's good. That's great.
It wasn't an unqualified victory over gang warfare, but it is a good start. And I came to congratulate you for the part that you played in it.
Well, there's a change.
I'm not the only one who feels grateful to you, Cruz. The general public is organizing a sort of a fiesta in your honor.
Oh, well, that's very nice, sir, but I don't want to make a big deal out of this.
Of course not. But they do. Makes them feel good. Let them have their celebration, okay?
All right. But I gotta tell you, I'm a little confused. A minute ago, I thought I was about to be arrested.
Oh, I don't think that Captain Dreyer meant to give you that impression. Did you, Captain?
Castillo did was highly irregular, sir.
It's unorthodox, that I grant you. But it was very effective, wasn't it? Cruz, I definitely think that you should go to that fiesta. There's just one thing that worries me. I don't mind seeing the police get credit for acts of heroism, but I hate to see it going to a rank civilian. I would like to see you consider taking this back.
You're going to reinstate him, sir?
I am. If I can convince him to come back and do what obviously he does best.
Ooh, I don't know about that, sir.
What's wrong now, Cruz?
Well, I'm not going to Miami, okay? So if that's part of the deal, there is no deal. From here on in, I don't travel out of town.
I see. Well, I'm sure that we can get someone else to handle that duty for us. Can't we, Captain?
If you say so.
I do.
Yes, sir.
Inspector Castillo will be needed here. So, what about it? That's a good decision.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
Yeah. It's good to be back. Will there be anything else?
Nothing else that directly concerns you. You're dismissed.
All right.
Lo siento, ha sido una reunión un tanto extraña, pero con un final feliz.
¿Listo para marcharnos?
¿No quieres saber lo que ha ocurrido?
Pareces feliz. Imagino que todo ha salido bien.
Sí, sí. Mira lo que tengo aquí.
¿La has vuelto a aceptar?
La verdad es que casi me obligaron. Eden, mi madre me la puso cuando me gradué en la academia, pero como no está aquí, ¿te importaría hacerme tú los honores?
¿Estás seguro de qué es lo que quieres?
No sirvo de mucho sin esta placa. Ya no me enviarán fuera de la ciudad. He hecho un trato. No está mal. ¿Contenta?
Estoy contenta si tú lo estás. Claro. También me alegro. Felicidades, señor Castillo.
Menos bromas, cariño.
Enhorabuena, Cruz.
Vaya pareja.
Enhorabuena.
Gracias, Kirk.
Las próximas noticias serán que me has quitado el puesto.
No, creo que te dejaré conservarlo.
Bueno, es menos arriesgado.
Si buscara la seguridad, no me casaría contigo.
No me guardas rencor, espero.
No, no le guardo rencor.
Entonces, nos veremos mañana.
Sí.
¿Puedo preguntarte algo?
Sí.
¿Te casarás conmigo? Podrá ser antes de que te metas en más jaleos y me vuelvas loca.
Yo estaba pensando más o menos lo mismo. Sobre todo ahora que tengo un trabajo respetable. Dime una cosa. ¿Cuándo te gustaría que fuera?
En cuanto lleguemos a un acuerdo con la fecha.
Eso puede durar años.
¿Qué te parece si lo hablamos en la fiesta?
¿Qué fiesta?
La fiesta para celebrar que estás a salvo. Por primera vez en mucho tiempo, desde la enfermedad de papá, tengo ganas de divertirme. Lo podríamos celebrar en el Orient Express y que haya música.
Singing music and everybody having a great time.
Soon, very, very, very soon, but when? Yes, hello, Rosa. This is Mrs. Capwell. Now, I've just been looking at the calendar, and I realize that the maids haven't had their time off this year. Oh, yes, I talked to Cece about it some time ago, and we agreed to give them 2 weeks off. Well, I think it would simplify things if they all took it off at the same time. And I'd like to start it, let's say Saturday. Well, then we'll have it all done and over with. Yes, I know the house will be empty, but Cece has his nurse, and there's no need for anyone else. Well, you can take care of us until after dinner, and then we'll manage on our own. Well, good. I'll leave it up to you to arrange it and tell the other people. But remember, no later than Saturday. All right, thank you, Rosa. That's right, the house will be empty. At least of servants. That's just the way I want it.
Brick, what the devil did you say to my mother? She's upstairs crying.
I don't feel sorry for her. She knows everything about my life and she won't tell me. She just admitted she's going to take the secret to her grave. Maybe you'd like to pry it out of her, Lionel. Pry the secret out. You never know where it might lead.
I fail to see that this has any bearing on what you're going to be charged with. What did you and Minx decide about that?
We never even discussed the subject.
Brick, if you don't think that we're going to prosecute this, you are badly misjudging me.
Lionel, right now, you are the least of my worries. You know that? So you go ahead, pal. You do what you feel you have to. But I warn you, you'll lose the case. And then it'll be my turn.
Minx is certainly nursing her little secrets. They're like the children of her old age.
Well, I must admit I'm as curious about it as Brick is. I just don't know how to get Mother to talk.
Well, she's like a giant clam. Maybe it's something I should work on.
What, do you want to go snooping around Minx's room again?
I resent that.
Why resent it? It's a fact.
I resent you bringing it up. You should thank me.
Wait a minute. Should I thank you or not bring it up?
I don't want to bandy words with you, Lionel. Just leave the investigative part to me.
Look, why don't you trust me to do it?
Don't you trust me?
I think we've reached an impasse.
Well, I don't care which of us finds out as long as someone does. I think we're lucky we found Brick's hand in the till when we did. I have a feeling that having that over his head is going to become very useful in some unexpected way.
What kind of way?
I'm not sure, but I have a feeling that he's more intimately tied to this family than we ever dreamt of.
Oh, yes, I can appreciate that. No, but I'm making the appointments now for Miss Capwell, so you'll be dealing with me, Mr. Kirby. Fine, I thought you would. Okay, get back to me as soon as possible. Thanks very much.
You're making your business appointments now.
That's right.
Well, I hope you're not mad at me. I mean, I didn't realize I was telling tales out of school when I talked about Cruz. I just assumed you told Eden. Can't imagine why you'd want to keep that to yourself.
Well, Gina, I intended to if you'd just given me the chance.
I'm sorry. Timing is everything, I guess, huh?
I guess so.
I'll settle on a definite day, but I figured maybe someday within the next 2 weeks.
That's cool. That'll give me time to get my tux pressed.
¿De verdad no puedes quedarte a cenar?
No, no puedo. Pero pasaré luego.
Muy bien.
¿Enfadado?
No, ahora que he vuelto a ser un poli, tengo mucho que hacer. Es sacar brillo a mi insignia, limpiar mi pistola.
Y ensuciar tus vaqueros
Sí.
y arrugar tu cazadora.
Sí.
No tendrás tiempo para echarme de menos.
Nunca estaré tan ocupado para eso. ¿No trabajes mucho?
Adiós.
Adiós.
Well, I see Cruz is fine. Now we all can sleep better.
Oh, with your conscience, I don't know how you sleep at all. Kirk, I wanted to talk to you. I want to plan a party
All
as
right.
soon as possible.
Well, if I'm invited.
Of course
all
you're
right.
invited. What for? To celebrate Cruz being safe and back on the force.
Oh, he's back on the force. Oh, some men just love danger.
Look, I've got everything worked out for tomorrow. Just talked to Mr. Kirby and the entire schedule's been okay.
That's great. But I was thinking about what you said earlier and about what Gina just said.
Thinking about something I said. I'm flattered.
What?
Well, about Cruz being on the force, all the danger that he's in all the time. I was thinking maybe I could come to some sort of a compromise with him.
Yeah, such as?
Well, such as being in a different position. A position he wouldn't be in so much danger in every day.
Well, that's going to entail some type of promotion, maybe up to lieutenant or captain, maybe. Captain Castillo. I don't know, some type of desk job, I suppose, what you're
Why not? I mean, he's qualified.
Is he?
Yes, he is. I mean, I only know that only because all those exams he's passed. Now, the problem is that, I don't know, we would have to work on it.
We?
Yes, we. I mean, you'd be doing me a big favor.
Well, I can't promise, but maybe I can ask around and see what I can do with some of Jack's contacts.
Would you?
Shall I place a couple calls tomorrow, see what the reaction is out there?
I mean, very much to me.
Okay.
A lot.
First thing tomorrow morning.
Thanks. Okay, now we have to plan this party. We have to, I just want it to be the party of the year. Everyone dressed to kill, you know?
I hope you're not planning to use the house. I gave the maids some time off.
You did? Why?
Well, 2 weeks vacation starting Saturday.
I thought I told you never to do anything without asking me first.
Well, I thought I told you I don't have to ask anybody. This is my house.
Look, Gina, I'm not going to get into this with you right now, okay? Because I don't need the house. We'll have it at the Orient Express. Now, the first thing we have to do is do the guest list.
Mm-hmm. So how dressy is this thing going to be?
Well, black tie for you, and for me, I don't know, something really great that Cruz would like. My hair is sort of like down and soft, and Cruz really likes it that way.
I can imagine.
Oh, I can't tell you how looking forward I am to this party. We haven't had a party in a long time.
Eden, this sounds wonderful. I mean, it all sounds great, the hairdo, it all sounds very glamorous, but sweetheart, we have got to get down to work right now.
All right, I'm sorry. What is it that you wanted me to do?
Well, I guess I'll leave you two alone.
Good idea.
Good night.
Come on.
I tell you what. Thanks. When I first met you, I had no idea how inspiring you could be. But really, I am learning something about you every day.
Well, wasn't it more interesting that way?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely more interesting. I can honestly say I've never had a dull moment with this job.
I hope you didn't think that we were rude the way we left you at the police station.
No, don't even worry about it. You were so wrapped up in each other there. I understood. Look, here's what I got planned for tomorrow's agenda.
Andre, this is Gina Capwell. I'm sorry to disturb you at home, but I have a kind of an emergency. Well, there's going to be this big party, and I was wondering if you could make a blonde wig for me if I show you a picture of exactly what I want. Well, you can? Oh, that's just wonderful. Yes, I'll get you the pictures as soon as I can. Thank you. Oh, Cece, we're going to have a party. We're all going to get dressed up. Isn't it lucky how this is just fitting right into my plan so perfectly? It's going to be a big night for you, too. It's going to be one of the most important nights of your life.
In half an hour, it's the Brady Bunch. But stay with us now on Sky One for more drama, courtesy of the bold and the beautiful. See you soon.